One action causes infinite impact. It's called the ripple effect. Are you using it in a positive way and to your advantage to supersize you? Welcome to day 208 of our Supersize You annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're talking about all this month. We're actually quickly approaching the end of this month's focus on contribution. Contribution is one of the 9-part life frameworks that I use and I teach and I share all the time, both in the Supersize You annual challenge and the Supersize Your business annual challenge this year for the first time. So it's sort of an experiment, but I'm actually really enjoying it because the things that we do to improve ourselves personally totally impact the way we show up professionally, whether you're an employee or a business owner, an entrepreneur, or a solopreneur, whatever you might be doing to make a positive impact on the world. All of these things are like a little single secret daily weapon to help you be more efficient and effective at that. And you never know the impact of something you say or do today. You don't know what that's going to be on someone else. I do know I need more coffee every day. So today, let's explore this a little further. The ripple effect, it's invisible, but it's absolutely positively real. Think about your life. Has anyone ever said to you or complimented you or said anything that you still remember and still repeat today? I can think of 3 things really quickly right off the top of my head. One, I was having a fight with my husband in a store, and he was being very himself, and a lady saw and she said, "You are beautiful." She looked me in the eye and she said, "You are beautiful," which was exactly what I needed to hear at that time. I needed to hear that I was okay and I wasn't crazy, and other people saw it too. Because up to that point, I thought that was just the reality I had to put up with. Another time, next door to my business was a gentleman that I grew up with. He was a few years ahead of me in high school, and this was decades later, right? And I remember him saying to me, "Oh, you're the quiet one." I grew up in a family of 4 girls, and if you were inside my family, I was definitely not ever considered the quiet one. But when he said that, it just stuck with me because I realized that we're all so diverse, and how people see us, it's different depending on the situations that they experience us in. Now, when he first encountered me, I probably was the quiet one. I was just getting into high school. I remember meeting, and all the seniors. We were freshmen and sophomores, and all the seniors were just like gods to us. And so for him to have actually even noticed that I was one of the Horne sisters was pretty impressive. But to think I was the quiet one, that just really still sticks with me today. And the other one was and believe me, I've got tens of thousands of these, but these are the 3 that popped into my head first today. Saw one of my very first motivational speakers or personal development people back in, I don't even remember what it was, probably the 80s. I'm guessing it was in the 1980s, probably the early 80s. And I cannot remember his name, but I carried his card around with me for at least 2 decades in my wallet before I changed it. And I'm sure it's in a stack or a box somewhere still because it had that much of an impact on me. And his whole thing was, every day above ground is a good day. Every day above ground is a great day. And after my sudden cardiac arrest in 2010, I can absolutely positively attest to that as well. But those 3 things have always stuck with me. They've had a huge impact on my life and how I show up in the world. Now, do you have I guarantee you have things like this. Somebody that showed you a kindness, somebody that said the exact thing you needed to hear at the time. And so maybe think about what some of those things are to you and realize that if we carry things like that with us, everybody else does too. That means the things that we say and do, I'm going to say positive or negative, because I think it's easy for us to come up with ideas and remember the negative things people have said to us that had a negative impact, because a lot of those have reinforced our false beliefs or limiting beliefs, and we're still dealing with them today. But let's make a concerted effort to think about what are the positive things that people have said and done for me throughout my life, because those are the ones that are going to carry you forward and make you a better person. They'll help you to supersize and grow and spread that ripple effect to other people in the world. I was going to tell a story about my Italian food business, but I'll save that for Supersize Your business. So today, what are we going to do with this? We are going to think of someone that has had a positive ripple in our life and ask ourselves, did I pass that on? Did I share that wisdom? Did I share that with anyone else? Now, I spew stuff out every day, so I don't think I have a problem sharing stuff that I've learned from other people. So there are literally thousands of people that have impacted me that are continuing through me to positively impact other people on the planet. I like to believe I say at least one positive, wise thing every time I make a video. You can let me know, like, no, Sharon, you're all wet. That's absolutely not true. Or yes, that's true. I remember when you said this to me. So that's what we're going to do today. And then maybe just think about, and reflect on a time in your past. This is really good to couple with the timeline exercise. I don't know if we've done the timeline exercise this month or not. I actually cannot remember. But if we haven't and you don't know what it is, just put timeline in the comments below and I will share it with you. Or I'll hook you up with a video that we did discuss it. We may have very well covered it this month. That's really sad that I don't remember. Memory isn't one of my superpowers. Sort of is. And what if you are, because you probably are, that for somebody else? What if you are their shining light, their lighthouse, their positive influence? I really like to believe that I'm that for my granddaughters. At least I hope I am. I hope I was that for my children, although I know that there was a lot of negative stuff going on when my kids were young. And I'm sure that I passed that on to them as well, which I can't say I regret it. I just know that I need to put enough good into the world to fix that and help them and counteract that. And I think that all of us can be an example for other people. Be the example of what you want to see in the world and see what kind of a ripple effect that has on you, your life, and those you love and care about. All right, that's it for today. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I'd love to hear your stories about how you have used the ripple effect in your life to create some of the things that you want, or just to make the world a better place, because I think that's what we all want. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.